The manager slid my final paycheck across the desk and smirked, a look that seemed to say, "You're done here." But what led to this moment was a series of events that still had me shaking my head. It all started when I began working at a high-end gym in downtown Los Angeles, a job I thought would be a perfect fit for my passion for fitness. I was a personal trainer and my clients loved me. But the real challenge came when the gym started to attract a new crowd: social media influencers. One particular influencer, named Tiffany, would often come to the gym to film her workouts for her thousands of followers. At first it was no big deal, but soon she started to become a regular, and her demands became increasingly ridiculous. She would ask to use the most popular equipment, even when others were waiting, and would get upset if we didn't accommodate her. One day she asked me to move from the squat rack so she could film a video, claiming that the lighting was better there. I politely told her that I was in the middle of my workout and couldn't move, but she wouldn't take no for an answer. Tiffany started to get aggressive, telling me that she had a huge following and that I should be grateful she was even considering filming at our gym. She then pulled out her phone and started recording me, saying that she was going to post about the toxic environment at our gym. I tried to stay calm and told her that I wasn't interested in being part of her video, but she just kept rolling. The situation escalated when she started to film me without my permission, and I realized that she was trying to use me as evidence of the gym's supposed hostility towards her. That's when I decided to take a stand. I stopped my workout and asked her directly to stop filming me, explaining that it was an invasion of my privacy. But Tiffany just smirked and told me that it was a public space, and she could film whatever she wanted. The situation started to attract attention from other gym members, and soon everyone was staring at us. I knew I had to act fast to defuse the situation. I called the gym's manager, and we decided to sit down with Tiffany and explain our policies. We told her that while we appreciated her interest in filming at our gym, we couldn't allow her to disrupt other members' workouts or film them without their consent. Tiffany was furious, but eventually she backed down, realizing that she wasn't as powerful as she thought. As I look back on the experience, I realized that Tiffany's behavior was not just about her ego, but also about her lack of empathy and understanding for others. She was so focused on her own brand and image that she forgot about the people around her. The experience taught me the importance of standing up for myself and others, even in the face of adversity. It also showed me that sometimes the most powerful people are not those with the most followers or wealth, but those who are willing to listen, understand, and respect others. The encounter with Tiffany also made me think about other situations where people had abused their power or influence. I remembered a story about a family who had been taken advantage of by a man named Derek, who had been dating their aunt. Derek had been asking intrusive questions about the family's finances and assets, and had even shown up at their homes uninvited, taking photos and measurements. The family had been shocked and upset by his behavior, but they had eventually come together to confront him and put a stop to his schemes. Similarly, I had heard about a tech CEO who had landed his private jet at a regional airport and had started screaming at the ground crew, demanding that they fill up his plane immediately. He had shoved past the safety coordinator, thrown his credit card at the fuel technician, and had even kicked a baggage cart out of his way. The CEO had thought that he was above the law, that he could do whatever he wanted whenever he wanted. But the airport manager, Debbie, had stood up to him calmly and politely, and had explained the airport's procedures and protocols. The CEO had been furious, but eventually he had backed down, realizing that he wasn't as powerful as he thought. As I reflected on these experiences, I realized that there was a common thread: the abuse of power and influence. Whether it was Tiffany, Derek, or the tech CEO, these individuals had all thought that they were above the law, that they could do whatever they wanted without consequences. But they had all been wrong, and they had all been brought down by their own arrogance and lack of empathy. The manager's smirk as he handed me my final paycheck was still on my mind as I left the gym for the last time. But I knew that I had learned something valuable from my experience: the importance of standing up for myself and others, and the need to recognize and challenge the abuse of power and influence. I was ready to move on to new challenges, armed with the knowledge and confidence that I had gained from my time at the gym.